Welcome back guys. Electronic Arts is running a big publisher sale on Steam right now. A lot of their games are selling at heavily discounted prices. This is the publisher's page. Battlefield 2042 selling for around rupees 239 in India. Mass Effect Legendary Edition selling for around rupees 300. This edition includes the first 3 Mass Effect games, their remastered editions. Star Wars Jedi Survivor selling at a historical low price of rupees 699. In US its price is around $14. In this video, I'll be updating my FSR frame generation mod guide for this game. We'll show you how to use DLSS for upscaler in conjunction with FSR 3.1 frame generation. This game supports DLSS frame generation, which only works on RTX 40 and 50 series GPUs. So I'll be using Nukem9 Mod to replace DLSS frame generation with FSR frame generation. The mod will also enable Nvidia Reflex, which will help in cutting down the latency. I'll be testing the game on my Windows PC that has a Ryzen 5700X 3D processor and an RTX 2070 Super GPU. The game is shipped with an older version of DLSS Upscaler. It's version 3.1.1. DLSS auto exposure setting is disabled out of the box. This is why I won't be manually overriding DLSS Upscaler via Nvidia app. Instead of using Nvidia app, I'll just manually update the game's DLSS Upscaler. Then I'll use Optiscaler Mod to enable DLSS auto exposure setting. This setting helps in reducing the ghosting produced by objects in the environment, also fixes the texture shimmering effect produced by shiny objects. In order to activate the transformer model of DLSS4, we need to make sure that model preset is set to K. I'll verify these details using DLSS Debug overlay. We'll activate the overlay by executing the registry code provided by EMOS. Just copy these lines. Create a new text file anywhere on your PC. Name it anything you want. I'll just name it as overlay. Change the file's extension from .txt to .reg. Hit enter. Yes. Right click, open with Notepad. Paste the lines here. Click on file, save, close and run this file. This will enable the DLSS debug overlay. If you want to disable this overlay, just replace the number 4 here with 0. Like this. Click on file, save, close and run this registry file. I'll revert the change as I want to enable the DLSS debug overlay. Right click, open. OK, that's it. I'll be using build 0.130 universal version of Nukem9 Mod. You can download it for free from Nexus Mods. Just need to have a free Nexus Mods account in order to download any stuff from here. Click on manual download under universal. Click on slow download. The download will start. We'll be using the Daria build of Optiscaler Mod version 0.7.7 preview 9. You can download it for free from GitHub. I'll give its link in the description. Expand the asset section. Click on the .7z link here. Download the latest version of DLSS Upscaler from Tech Power Up's website. I'll give its link in the description. At the time of recording this video, it's version 310.2.1. Click on download here. Click on any of these servers. Download will start. First, I'll install Optiscaler Mod. Just open the mod's archive file. Copy the highlighted files, 3 of them. Need to paste them in the game's install directory. Select the game in your Steam library. Right click, manage, click on browse local files. Open SW game folder. Open binaries folder. Open Win64 folder. Paste the mod files here. Change the name of optiscaler.dll file to dxgi.dll. Open optiscaler.ini file. Just set FG type to Nukems. I'll be using Nukem9 Mod. Won't be enabling Optiscaler FSR frame generation. Set DX12 upscaler to DLSS. Click on file, save, close. Now I'll be installing Nukem9 Mod. Open the mods archive file. Open DLL_DVG help folder. Copy this DLL file. DLSS G to FSR3 AMD is better. Open the game's install directory. Open SW game folder, binaries folder, Win64 folder. Paste the mod file here, right next to where we install Optiscaler Mod. Game's main exe file. Now I'll be manually updating DLSS Upscaler. Open the Upscaler's archive file. Copy this DLL file here. nvin_gx_DLSS folder. Open the game's install directory. Open engine folder, plugins folder, runtime, Nvidia, DLSS, binaries, third party, Win64. This is the older version of DLSS Upscaler. 3.1.13. Just replace it with the latest version. Highlight the file, version 310.2.1. Now you need to make sure that hardware accelerated GPU scheduling setting is enabled on your PC. Right click anywhere in the desktop area, click on display settings, click on graphics, then click on advanced graphics settings. From here enable hardware accelerated GPU scheduling setting. If your monitor supports VRR, enable the setting as well. Now enable VSYNC from Nvidia control panel. Click on manage 3D settings, click on program settings. From this drop down bar, select Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Scroll down to the end, enable VSYNC from here, apply the changes. My monitor is G-Sync compatible, I'll enable the corresponding settings for it. Click on setup G-Sync here, enable the following settings, enable G-Sync compatible, enable for full screen mode, enable settings for the selected display model. I'll also enable G-Sync compatible indicator, this step is optional. Click on display here, check this setting G-Sync compatible indicator. We are ready to run the game. Play. I'll be using custom afterburner overlay to show you the performance metrics. EA app is required even for the Steam version of the game. Visual setting, display mode set to windowed full screen, full HD resolution. I have set every setting to epic except for anti-aliasing. This game's anti-aliasing solution causes some ghosting around the character model. It's due to TAA anti-aliasing that the game uses. Unreal Engine 4, VSync off, ray tracing off, DLSS 3 Upscaler enabled using its quality preset. Frame generation disabled for the timing. Motion blur, film grain and chromatic aberration disabled. This game's HUD will block the DLSS debug overlay, so I'll hide it for the time being. We are in, this is planet Koboh, one of the most demanding areas in this game. Here check out the DLSS debug overlay. Render preset is set to C. Version of the Upscaler 310.2.1, base resolution 720p upscale to full HD resolution. DLSS auto explorer setting is off. Open Optiscaler Mod menu by pressing the insert keyboard key, there it is. From this drop down bar, make sure DLSS Upscaler is selected. Oh no, I should have paused the game. Escape key, yeah, open the menu again. From here just make sure auto exposure setting is turned on, tick. Check the DLSS debug overlay, auto exposure setting is on. Now check the setting render preset override. Click on the drop down bar next to override preset. Just select preset K. This will activate the transformer model of DLSS 4. Click on apply changes. That's it. Done here. Click on save and close. Resume the game. I'll just play it for a brief moment. Run it without frame generation. Yeah, image quality is looking very sharp. DLSS 4 Upscaler helped in reducing the ghosting around Cal's character model. The game still suffers from traversal stutters. PC version of the game is very poorly optimized. Yeah, I'm observing a few hitches here. Keep an eye on the 1% lows. FPS is close to 70. I'll show you some combat as well. Creatures coming straight towards me. Yeah, here the game is stuttering, see. Fight against the big guy. Take out the minions first. Don't want to fight against multiple NPCs at once. Use my ability here. Slow down time. So with these settings, FPS mostly stay above 60 on my PC. I'll be enabling frame generation to boost the performance. Latency should not be a problem. With the base FPS of 60 and Nvidia Reflex working. Okay, here the game always stutters. The other part of the map gets loaded up. It's basically an invisible wall. 62 FPS. I'll just jump down on that NPC. Aerial attack did a lot of damage. I'll just quickly take out both of them. Okay, so now I'll be enabling FSR frame generation. In-game settings, just enable Nvidia frame generation on. I'll disable hide HUD setting now. Load the same checkpoint. Yeah, FPS increased to around 120. Can observe the added amount of smoothness. Game's HUD elements are not flickering. Only the DLSS debug overlay is flickering as expected. DLSS debug overlay is not a part of the game's interface. After verifying the upscaler's details, just disable the overlay using the registry file. Nukem9's mod is not perfect in this game. It produces some noticeable ghosting around our lightsaber. See? Quickly take out this thing. Look at the fire particle effect. Even during combat, FPS stays above 100. You will observe a screen tearing like effect around the edges of the display. This effect becomes more noticeable at lower base FPS values. Yeah, latency is not a problem. Reflex is doing a good job. I'll quickly take out all of the creatures here. Fighting with the big guy. Then I'll be jumping down. The creature threw a rock at me. This creature can even perform a drop kick, WWE style. Oh my god. Use the stim. I was low on HP there. It's done. Keep an eye on the FPS counter. Drop to around 100. Drop on that NPC. So good to see Nukem9's mod working properly along with DLSS for Upscaler. Frame generation does a good job of improving frame pacing in this game. Unfortunately, this game still suffers from traversal stutters. That's it for the video guys. I hope you found it useful. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.